Welcome back to Clean Tech Talk. Today we are plugging into something that I know might sound like the title of a really dry technical manual, but it's actually the lifeline for the heavy-duty machinery that, keeps our world moving. We're talking about 24V battery chargers. And before you turn out, realize this. Without these, your big trucks, your boats, even your solar storage systems,
Mhm.
they're just, well, expensive paperweights.
Exactly. That's the thing. This isn't just about getting electricity from the wall into a box. We're really getting into the critical differences between, say, the standard 12V setup in your car and these robust 24V systems. We have to stop thinking you can just plug anything into any socket. It just doesn't work that way.
That's a great place to start. So let's tackle the obvious question. Can I use my standard 12-volt car charger on a 24-volt battery? I mean, maybe it just charges slower.
Absolutely not. That's a hard no. And it's a pretty dangerous assumption. Think of voltage as electrical pressure. A 12-volt charger simply can't generate the pressure to push energy into a 24-volt battery. So best case scenario, nothing happens. Worst case, you could seriously damage the charger, the battery, or both.
So we're dealing with a completely different beast here, and you see these 24-volt systems everywhere now.
Oh, absolutely. They're in electric wheelchairs, marine vessels, big RVs, industrial machinery like floor scrubbers. Basically, if it needs to work hard for a long time, it's probably running on 24 volts.
And the chargers themselves are so much more advanced now. They aren't just, dumb pipes for electricity.
Not at all. They're essentially small computers. They have microprocessors that are constantly detecting the battery's condition, and they adjust the charge through specific stages. You've got bulk, absorption, and then float.
It's like pouring a beer, right? You go fast at first, then you have to slow down at the end to top it off without making a mess.
That is the perfect analogy. The fast pour is bulk. But if you keep going, it foams over. Absorption is that slow final tilt. And that mess for a battery is sulfation, when crystals build up and kill its capacity. It's like cholesterol for your battery.
Which explains all the hardware inside, the cooling fans, the voltage regulators. But I see there's still different types. You've got linear chargers and switching chargers. What's the difference there?
It really comes down to the use case. Linear chargers are heavy and not very efficient, but they're electrically quiet. So maybe an audiophile would want one. But for almost everyone else, switching chargers are the way to go. Lighter, cooler, way more efficient.
Okay, so you pick your type, but then you have to match it to the battery itself. Let's talk chemistry.
Chemistry is non-negotiable. You have to match the charger's profile to the battery type. Lithium-ion needs a completely different charging curve than, say, an AGM battery.
Get it wrong, and you're not just looking at damage, but a real safety hazard.
A very real one. Then you have to think about speed, which is the amp rating.
Right. The simple math is a 10-amp charger takes about 10 hours for a 100-amp-hour battery. But it's never that clean, is it?
Rarely. You always have efficiency losses, heat, resistance. And that absorption phase we talked about, that takes time as the current tapers off. So if math says 10 hours, you should probably plan on 12, maybe 13 in the real world.
Good to know. And looking at some specific models, it seems like they're really specializing. Like for boaters who need something waterproof, that Noka Genius GN5X2 seems to be the go-to.
It's incredibly rugged. And then on the other end, for someone who needs speed and portability, you have something like the AIOLith AT2425. It really shows how the market is splitting between, durable set-it-and-forget units and these high-tech portable ones.
Before we wrap up, let's just touch on safety. What are the big don'ts?
The golden rule is simple. Never, ever charge a swollen or leaking battery. That's a fire waiting to happen. And a little pro tip for maintenance. Put a dab of dielectric grease on the terminals. It prevents corrosion, which is a silent killer of charging efficiency.
So it's really not just about getting power into a box. It's about protecting expensive equipment and ensuring its longevity and safety.
Exactly. And looking forward, as we rely more and more on solar storage and electric industrial gear, the intelligence of the charger becomes just as important as the battery itself. The charger is the gatekeeper.
And as a special thank you to our listeners, you can now enjoy 10% off your next purchase at AIOLITH. Just use the promo code AIOLITH2026 at checkout. That's AIOLITH 2026. Don't miss out.